Go to teammates.org today. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
The humid and hot Nebraska heat starting to fade a little bit this evening as we kick off the fall sports calendar from Tahazuka Park in Norfolk, Nebraska. Thanks for joining us here today. We're excited to have sports back. My name is Kalen Devin, joined by my beautiful Lou Siefker. I would say that you might be the most handsome man in the 3.5-mile radius that we have around Tahazuka Park right here.
I'm a little worried about the call of the game because clearly your vision has been impaired.
Vision's looking good today as we are getting ready for a fun battle to open up the season here in 2025. The fall sports calendar about to be underway in our first broadcast on News Channel Nebraska in this fall season. We've got the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks traveling up from the capital city to take on the Norfolk Panthers here today. It's going to be a fun one because these two teams, they always start off this season, and it's always close and competitive. Both head coaches know that, and you've got a head coach on the Silverhawks side that's been doing this for some time, and you have a newer head coach on the Norfolk Panther side.
Yeah, certainly. You mentioned that these teams open up against each other. Last year, Southwest won both of those games, and then after that game, Norfolk reeled off 15 wins in a row on their way to a state tournament appearance. Lincoln Southwest, all they did was go 34-3.
That's all it was.
No big deal, and make it to the semifinal round of state. We'll talk about the managers here in just a moment.
Well, let's get this thing started as the Silverhawks will get ready to bat. It is the second baseman, Taylor Sifkin, getting ready to start. Pitching for the Panthers today, Rory Verbsky.
Now, Verbsky's got a challenge here because Southwest perennially has a team that can really hit the ball, so you've got to try to keep Southwest in check, and certainly Norfolk struggles to score against the Southwest pitching crew.
Second pitch is hit towards center field. That's got a good bat on it, and that ball is gone. What a start to the season. Taylor Sifkin going dead center for a 1-0 Silverhawk lead.
I guess if you want to start the game the right way, you just hit one out to dead center field over the fence. Sifkin with a great at-bat there, waited for her pitch. Only the second or third pitch in the at-bat there, but takes that one to the house. Interestingly enough, Caitlin, there's no wind at all. That flag is just laying limp on the flagpole out there, which is kind of strange because every time I ride my bike out here, it feels like the winds are about 40 miles an hour. But today it's still.
I was just about to say that. The wind has died down. It's beautiful. This pitch from Verbsky is swung on and fouled back to the netting. Morgan Gable, the catcher, up for the Silverhawks. Mitch Onutka starting his fourth season as the head coach for this Lincoln Southwest squad. That's hit through the gap for a base hit. Good start continues for Gable. She's on her first at-bat of the year.
That was solid contact that time. Gable kicked that one between third and short. And 2 for 2 now for Lincoln Southwest, a home run, and it's now a Gable with a single.
Yeah, nothing that Allen or Schroeder were able to do there, right between the gap. That pitch a little high. Nice speed on it from Verbsky, though.
Yeah, I was watching Verbsky warm up. She's got some velocity to those pitches. It's going to be location that matters today against a team that, as we've seen, can be very aggressive and hit the ball hard.
Brenly Norlinger at bat right now. She sees a 2-0 count. She's our player to watch today, Lou. A tremendous player throughout her previous 2 seasons, just a junior, but she's been a big piece of this Lincoln Southwest puzzle. That pitch also high, a 3-0 count to the shortstop, Brenly Norlinger.
And Norlinger is a UNO commit, or should I say Omaha? I think it's Omaha now. You can't say UNO anymore, right?
Is that true?
I think so. Anyway, she's going to be playing for the Mavericks, so headed to play college softball.
Takes a 4-pitch walk and advances Gable to second. After a Taylor Sifkin dead center home run shot. It's a 1-0 lead for the Silverhawks as first-year head coach Sydney Watson comes out to talk to Rory just for a little bit.
Yeah, I think right now it's just to settle down. You can't be tentative against Southwest. You got to come after them. But again, we mentioned location's going to be big. You throw a lot of pitches high in the zone. These girls will, as we've seen, lead off homer, but they will put this ball out of the yard. So I think it's just, it's the first game, and Verbsky's going against a very powerful offense. So it's about just settling down here and trying to find your group.
I think the good thing is Rory has a smile on her face. She's not taking this too seriously. It's game one. It's the top of the first inning. In your first matchup this fall, there's plenty of opportunities and a chance to battle back right here. For the Silverhawks, Macy McCarty, who is the #1 pitcher on this Silverhawks squad, was a freshman last year and phenomenal in the circle. And she gets the start today, too, for the Silverhawks.
Well, you've got a good player and a good athlete at pitcher when they're the cleanup batter in the lineup.
That pitch is there. There's a strike. Rory Verbsky comes back. Sydney Watson went out to talk to Rory just a moment ago. First season as head coach, looking to continue this Panther program. She played here before her college days at Missouri Western. This fouled off, near side and out of play. It's a 2-2 count. Rather, 1-2.
Yeah, I think one of the things in that last conversation between coach and pitcher was the importance that you can't walk people when you're playing a team like Southwest. You can't give those free passes and expect to stay in the game.
This hit toward right field in play, and the catch is made. The runners will advance, but a good way to get an out in foul territory. A nice job by Kennedy Novacek.
Yeah, important to get that first out. Try to give yourself a little momentum. The runners advance, tag up on that catch. I think that was actually in foul ground, but good job to get there and get that out. Now you got to try to limit the damage here.
Gable on third, Norlinger on second. Jacera Wilson, first pitch strike.
Yeah, nothing wrong with seeing the pitch. Now you can go up and be aggressive.
Sees that one in there as well. Strike two.
That's another thing for Verbsky, to stay ahead of the batters. Put them in the hole. When you fall behind good hitters, that's usually trouble.
Jacera Wilson, one of the seniors on this team, swings and misses in the first K of the season for Rory Verbsky.
That's a big out now. So Southwest can't score a run on a tag up. Got to put the ball in play, get a hit to get a run in.
Here comes Ashley Yett, the first baseman. Another senior. That pitch in there. Rory Verbsky has a big opportunity. She gives up that Taylor Sifkin home run, but then after allowing 2 base runners has gotten 2 straight outs. This drill toward left field. That ball is carrying, and that ball is gone. 3-run shot for Ashley Yett. It's another bomb in the top of the first inning, and the Silverhawks take a 4-0 lead.
Another home run, a 3-run homer that time over left field fence. That's what this lineup can do. You put people on or allow people to get on. One of those was a walk, and they do a lot of damage once they get runners on base. Heck of a hit there by Yett and Southwest. Very early in the game already establishing their dominance.
And nothing that you can do if you're Brooklyn Brands. You just have to watch this thing pass by, and it's 4-0. 3-run shot, 3 RBIs for the senior Ashley Yett to get her senior year started. Swing and a miss from Peyton Yoder. Bases are clear for the Panthers, so that's always good.
That might be a clue you're going to have a pretty good year when your first at bat is a 3-run homer.
Second pitch a little low. What's going to be really exciting, Lou, is to see how these pitchers for the Panthers develop over the season. The Panther pitching staff, the coaching there, has a lot of experience in that category, especially with Sydney Watson.
Yeah, that's the thing about, as we mentioned last year, even though Norfolk dropped the doubleheader to Southwest to start the year a year ago, they went on a run after that. So certainly you want to compete favorably today and try to win a game or two, but certainly it's not imperative that you come away with victories today, but you want to continue to build and grow as a team.
We're also talking about a Silverhawk team that has made it to 13 straight state tournaments.
Yeah.
This hit toward third, scooped up, throw over to first in time, and the inning is over. Nice play, Easton Schroeder. The toss over to Peterson, and we head to the bottom of the first inning after a big inning for the Silverhawks. 2 home runs, 4-run score, and a 4-0 lead for Lincoln Southwest. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame and advanced trailering tech, its heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Well, a heck of a start for the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks in the top of the first inning, getting 4 runs across on 2 home runs, 3 hits, no errors, and that's exactly how it played out. Nobody left on base. Silverhawks cleared them all. Took that 4-0 lead, and now Panthers get it started. A quick little hitter to first and an easy tapper on the bag for Peyton Yoder off the bat of Jenna Allen.
Allen being aggressive, attacking that first pitch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. There's a fine line. You want your batters to be aggressive, but you also want to make the Southwest pitcher work a little bit. Allen's a good batter and saw something she liked and went after it.
That pitch just misses the zone. Maisie McCarty, the pitcher today for the Silverhawks, was electric as a freshman a year ago. And that's fouled by Kenzie Zerby.
Well, McCarty is one of those players for Lincoln Southwest, and it seems like they have a ton of them that are not only excellent pitchers, but an excellent batting average a year ago in 39 games. At almost 500.
And that is hit towards center field, and catch is made. Easy play for Jacera Wilson, right at her.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Norfolk. Hit hard, but right at Wilson, who's got a sure glove. She's one that can track him down, so you don't want to make it too easy and hit him right to her. But I like the solid contact. That's something to build on.
Something that Coach Watson mentioned for this Panther club is that when they get down, they're just going to have to battle back, and that's what they've been working on in practice, having the strong mentality to fight. That throw a little high, but The foot came off the bag. So Brands is safe at first and gets a 2-out base runner. Throw just a little bit high from Taylor Siefken.
Yeah, that's where you see just a little bit of, it's first game. You're going to have some mistakes. Siefken's going to make that play 99 times out of 100. But that ball did bounce a little high on her, had to go up a little bit and grab it and tried to make a quick throw. It pulled her first baseman off the bag.
We'll call it an E4. Swing and a miss, Bryn Peterson. Still 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning. The pitch and a half-hearted swing and a miss.
Peterson not able to check the swing, definitely went across the front of the plate. Now finds herself in a hole 0-2.
McCarty deals high.
I think McCarty trying to get Peterson to chase that one. That's a strategic pitch with your up 0-2. You try to make the batter see that high pitch and try to chase it.
That pitch away, and then Brooklyn Brands heads over to second. So escapes on a pass ball. Now this is an even bigger at-bat for Bryn Peterson because you've got a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, this is big. For Norfolk, you want to try to get a little momentum. You'd love to get a run here before this inning's over.
That's high and outside in a full count. Easton Schroeder on deck for the Panthers. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike, throw over to first. Got it there in time to end the inning. So Norfolk puts a little pressure on, but the Panthers not able to tack on a run. And Lincoln Southwest holds on to a 4-0 lead as we head to the top of the second. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
First inning is thanks in part to Yankton Medical Clinic. Norfolk is building a legacy 1 patient at a time with Yankton Medical Clinic, 1 generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Kaylin Devin, Lou Siefker joining you from Tahazuka Park for our first of 2 today between the Norfolk Panthers and the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks. A 4-0 Silverhawk lead brings up Leighton Murphy, Macy Coatman, and the top of the order, Taylor Siefken, who started off this matchup with a solo homer.
That's a great name, by the way. Just needs the need to put an R in there instead of the N, but other than that, it's a fantastic name.
Are you alluding to the fact that your name is Lou Siefker?
Well, I might be, you know. That might be.
I think Siefken sounds better. I actually like that a lot better.
I've heard a lot of.
She's a better athlete than I've seen from you.
Well, that's not saying much.
This pitch just misses the zone. Leighton Murphy in the batter's box.
I grew up in Lincoln, and I knew some Siefkens back in the day.
Rory Verbsky threw 21 pitches that first inning as this is fouled back over the screen, and a 1-1 count.
Hey, Caitlin, how good was Lincoln Southwest a year ago? How about 36-4 if you count the state tournament? So you only lost 4 times in 40 games. This program's used to winning, and you can see the confidence. Even you have maybe some young players that haven't played varsity ball for this team. It's just it's a mentality this program has that they're going to show up and win.
Murphy fouls that back toward the netting. Yeah, the Silverhawks made it to the HAC championship and actually beat Norfolk 8-0. These 2 teams played 4 times last year, and the Silverhawks won them all. This well hit to right field. Camping under it and making the catch for the Panthers is Kennedy Novacek.
Hey, you mentioned they played 4 times. Norfolk scored 1 run in those 4 games.
And they were all close, at least for the most part when the games begin. They were pretty tight to get started, and we were there to see a lot of them. A 6-1 and 3-0 win to kick things off in the beginning of the year. This hit right in the air, and the catch is made by Easton Schroeder. So a quick out for Macy Coatman brings up Taylor Siefkin at the top of the order.
And all Taylor did last inning was hit a home run to lead off the game, so you got to figure that's probably in Verbsky's mind, that I should try to keep this ball low and force her into a ground ball.
Siefkin sees that pitch there for a strike. A season ago, in 6 at-bats, Siefkin did not hit a home run. She did hit 500, though, in those 6 at-bats. Scored 12 times on the year.
Got to keep, as I mentioned, keep the ball down. Try to allow your defense to make plays. Get the ball up in the zone. These batters like Siefkin can send it over the fence.
It's a heck of a way to start with a varsity home run as a senior. That was one of the things that Coach Onutka mentioned before the broadcast, is that a lot of young players, a lot of new players filling in positions. This is a Silverhawk team that lost a lot from a season ago, and we'll talk more about them and some of those players, because it seemed like every senior last year went to go play collegiate athletics somewhere.
Yeah, they had a great team and full of great athletes. And they, even coming into this year, they've had some injury problems. Lost 2-year starter Hadley Madsen to a knee injury. She's not going to play at all this year.
And that's a player that this team would love to have swinging at the high heat. Full count.
Yeah, it's tough to lose a player of her caliber. So she's only a junior. She'll be able to play. You know, we certainly hope so. Hopefully the rehab goes well and she'll be able to play next year. But that sort of production, you just hate to lose it.
Siefkin hits this one towards the fence. That bounces off the top of the fence. And Siefkin is there with a stand-up double. 2 for 2 for the senior in her first game of the fall campaign. Goes yard on her first at-bat, and then comes back with a double.
Well, that was a good at-bat by Siefkin. Was patient and found the pitch deep into the count there. And now she's at second with 2 outs.
Slugging percentage for Taylor Siefkin.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just flexing those arms right now. That's a pitched low. Nice play. Just escapes the glove. Siefkin will stay at third. Heads up play at short for Jenna Allen. Able to stop the ball from getting into the outfield and throws it back. Keeps Gable there at first.
Yeah, that was it was a great effort, first of all, by Allen. But watch here. She looks over to first. Knows she can't make the play. And makes a quick throw home to keep Siefkin at third base.
So back-to-back singles for Morgan Gable now. 2 quick outs for the Panthers, but now runners on the corners. A pinch runner coming in for the Silverhawks.
Sawyer Brueggemann coming in to pinch run.
The junior will take this spot for Gable.
I only ever come in to pinch run when we were way ahead because they didn't want to run up the score. They knew I wasn't fast enough to get home.
Sydney Watson comes out to talk to the umpire. Talk about a potential change. And that looks like it's exactly what we're going to see. So it looks like we'll see a pitching change, and as we find out what the new rotations are, we'll come right back. Top of the second inning, Lincoln Southwest with a 4-0 lead.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Pitching change, and to tell you about her, it's Lou Siefker.
Looks like it's going to be Taylor Frederick coming in to pitch for the Norfolk Panthers. She's a junior. Get her chance against this scary lineup that the Silverhawks throw at you.
So just a total of about 33 pitches is all that Rory Verbsky threw in an inning and 2/3. Now, I will say you can always bring pitchers back in if you need to. And obviously, if you want Verbsky to pitch in the second matchup against Lincoln Southwest, you can do that as well. So the runner, Brugman, heads over to second after a low pitch. Give her a stolen base. Now, Siefkin at third, Brugman at second, with Brenly Norlinger at the plate. 2-0 count. Pitch from Frederick, a bit high, 3-0. Norlinger reached on a base on balls last time. She's seen 7 straight balls. Taylor Frederick delivers, and there is another walk for Norlinger.
Norlinger loads the bases on that walk, a 4-pitch walk. So Frederick struggling to get started. It's tough to come in right away and get in that rhythm. That's difficult to do. That's a good pitch.
Macy McCarty returns. She's 0 for 1 today, flew out to right field, but last season was .489 in 39 games as a hitter. And she's a tremendous pitcher, too. That's a bit low, scooped up by Liberty Nor. Big opportunity here for both sides. 1-1 count. Taylor Frederick. That's a bit high and outside. 2-1. So no room for a walk. McCarty watches this by just a bit outside. It's 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike for Maisie McCarty. Hit high towards center field. This might be a tough play to make, and it drops for a base hit. 1 run scores, and another one comes across. And still going, McCarty to third. Clears the bases. And the Silverhawks add 3 runs.
Wow. That was one you were kind of glad, I think, initially off that bat, because McCarty got a fantastic average, and you thought that was probably going to be, a pop-up and a catch, but it just kind of died out there in between the infield and the outfield. And wow, 3 runs come in on basically a bloop single.
Yeah, bloop single. Probably called there a couple errors trying to get that behind. Ball just bounced beyond Novacek. Trying to get that in. It was difficult to find where to go. Bryn Pribnow will head to third to run for Macy McCarty, who just hit that 3 RBI single. Jacero Wilson, first pitch, high, ball one.
Yeah, for Southwest, they're so well schooled, and I think the game plan now, especially with a 7-0 lead, is just be patient up there. Wait for your pitch.
This is hit up to Liberty Nor, who makes the catch and ends the inning. But Lincoln Southwest does some damage with 2 outs. Macy McCarty scores Siefkin, Brugman, and Norlinger to increase the lead to 7-0. Bottom of the second, here we come. It's News Channel Nebraska.
At first, I was really
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruki. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have a wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Easton Schroeder, Kennedy Novacek, and Liberty Nor batting 5, 6, 7 for the Panthers as they trail 7-0 to Lincoln Southwest in the bottom of the second inning. Kalen Devin and Lou Siefker joining you here today. 4 runs in that first for the Silverhawks. They tack on 3 in the second. After getting 2 quick outs, the Panther defense they surrendered a double and 2 singles and a walk. And those runs came across after a bloop single from McCarty.
As you mentioned, a little bit of a problem getting the ball back into the infield that created some of those runs on that single, but a lot of damage done there with 2 outs.
Second inning today is thanks in part to RMV Construction in Kearney, building trust, quality, and communities across central Nebraska and beyond. RMB Construction, excellence in every detail. A 2-1 count toward Easton Schroeder.
The Panthers down 7-0. That's the bad news for Norfolk, but the good news for Norfolk, it's second inning. You got time to chip away at this lead, but you want to start doing that sooner rather than later.
3-1 count.
As we mentioned, some of it can be mental. I mean, players from last year, remember, they scored 1 run in 4 games on Southwest, so you've got to be able to kind of put that aside and just compete.
That pitch finds the zone. Full count. It was 2 years ago, I believe, here in Tahazuka where, I mean, the Silverhawks and the Panthers, they just played 2 incredible games. First one, I believe, was just a 2 or 3 run separation. Strike 3. Got the zone and gets Schroeder looking for the second strikeout of the game for Macy McCarty.
Now McCarty is veteran out there, she's gonna throw good pitches on full counts like that. It's a big first out here in the second inning.
First pitch strike for Kennedy Novacek. And that's a bit high. But that game 2 years ago, Lou. Mm-hmm. So the first game was just a couple runs in between. And the second one was back and forth. There was the Silverhawks took a lead, and then the Panthers came back, would take a lead, and then hit a grand slam to jump ahead by 4. And then the Silverhawks came back, ended up winning that game by 10. It was just a whole lot of offense. I think the final score was 18-8. It was incredible.
I'm sure the Panthers would like that type of offensive production here today.
This hit well toward right center field. That ball is back, and a great running catch. Gisera Wilson covers the ground and makes the play.
Well, first of all, Wilson got a good jump off of that ball, the ball off the bat, rather. She got a good jump on that. And she's obviously athletic enough to track that ball down. Let's see if we can see her in that background there. The center fielder, watch her take off right after that ball is off the bat and put herself in position to make a nice catch. That's a good play there by the center fielder, Wilson.
And even had the time to put the second hand up to secure the ball. Nothing too flashy. Knorr grounds this one to short, low throw. And Liberty Knorr reaches. Tough throw. We'll call it an infield single for Liberty Knorr.
Yeah, definitely a single. That was a tough throw. If you hear me scream, it's just because there's bees on me.
Sweat bees, or are they like the bumblebees?
Yeah, these are friendly little sweat bees or whatever they are.
That's what you get for calling games outside, Lou.
Yeah.
2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Panthers get another 2-out base runner. They did that in the bottom of the first with Brooklyn Brands, but unable to bring her across. First of 2 matchups today. The pitch by McCarty, hit over to short, and an easy fielder's choice made by the shortstop, Brenly Norlinger. So we head to the top of the third inning. Panthers not able to tack on a run, and the Silverhawks contain this 7-0 lead. Top of the third inning coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The AGI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Price, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Rookie. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us at X at NCN Sports.
Taya Frederick remains in the circle for the Panthers through 12 pitches. In just the 1/3 inning she had in the bottom of this, rather the top of the second, came in for Rory Verbsky, who pitched an inning in 2/3.
Yeah, got the what arguably we're talking about it off air, Kaylin. I think we both thought that ball probably should have been caught. That single that fell in there. But now she has a chance to maybe get in a little bit of a rhythm here after she pitched that last couple batters last inning.
First pitch a bit low for a ball. It is Ashley Yett, Peyton Yoder, and Leighton Murphy. Last time up, Ashley Yett, you know what she did? Hit a 3-run bomb in the top of the first inning.
That's all.
That's it. Third inning today is thanks to Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. A 2-0 count. Yet, tough play, it goes foul.
If that ball didn't go foul, it's probably on. That's a tough play to come in and scoop up off of the baseline there and try to throw over to first.
Yeah, if Schroeder's able to make that play in foul territory before it got to foul territory. 2-1 and now 2-2 with the strike getting the bottom half of the zone.
Yeah, right on that corner there. That's a nice pitch. Frederick can try to get a huge out. Obviously, Ashley Yett is not easily put out.
That's high and away. Bit of a wild pitch for Taya Frederick.
Yeah, didn't have control of that one. Still 3-2 though.
Just a soft floater and in and out of the glove at shortstop. Nearly a spectacular play by Jenna Allen. She had it and it just bounced out.
Yeah, that was you mentioned a nice effort. Got there, just extended her arm. It was not able to secure the softball.
What are you going to rule that as?
I think you probably go with a base hit there. I think be a little generous here early in the season. Because that was a tough play. She had to extend her arm to try to get it. I think that's a base hit.
Fouled off on the bunt. Peyton Yoder trying to move forward. Yet to second. 0-1. Yeah, that's a tough play. Allen with really nice vision to get back there and even give herself an opportunity. She's one of the players that Coach Watson was talking about pregame, saying that she has a lot of talent, one of those players that can do a lot on defense, and will be a big impact with her bat, too. She leads off for the Panther team.
And she'll definitely be an important player for the Panthers this year. I think if you're scoring, I think you look at the degree of difficulty. You know, if it's a routine play, you didn't make it, it's likely an error. And that one, I think that's a difficult play. She had to move and extend the arm to try to make that play.
But that is an 8.2 on the Siefker difficulty scale. That pitch a bit low. 2-2 count. Taya Frederick trying to pick up her first strikeout of the season.
Now, that's just my opinion for those scoring at home, so you make your own decision there.
None down, top of the third inning in a 7-0. This hit toward right center field. That's a tough play, down for a single. And just getting there in time, Ashley Yett able to make it over to second after a Peyton Yoder single. Just dropped right in front of Novacek.
Southwest often does. 2 batters, 2 hits. Got 2 on and nobody out. So danger time here for the Panthers, already down 7-0.
Talking to Mitch Onutka, said this team has a lot of speed. We saw it in the outfield in the bottom of the second. Said might not have as much of that hitting power, but 2 home runs in the first 3 innings is pretty good.
That's like saying Mike Tyson doesn't hit quite as hard as he used to. I'm sure it still hurts.
So pretty dang hard. Runners on, the bunt is out there again. It's another strike. So now it looks like Leighton Murphy will have to back it up, put the bat on her shoulders and swing away.
Yeah, likely going to risk a bunt here on the third strike possibility, or what would be if you fouled it off.
That's low. Ball 1. Good stop by Liberty Norr. Both teams decided to wear white today.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea considering it's been, with the heat index, about 150 the last couple of weeks, I think.
Nice clean jerseys, but out in the sunlight as this one is hit toward right center field. Catch is made, runners tag, and a run scores off of the catch from Kennedy Novacek. Ashley Yett makes her way home, and the lead is 8-0.
That's a quality at bat. He said she had to hit away. She does, puts the ball in play out to right field, and with a runner at third, that gives her an RBI. So Job well done.
Leighton Murphy picks up that RBI as Peyton Yoder moves to third. Macy Coatman saw one pitch her last time up, and she sees this one in there for a strike. Flew out to third, and Easton Schroeder her last time up. 9-hole hitter will see the top of the order. Taylor Siefkins, she scored twice. A home run and a double. Actually, the top three hitters for the Silverhawks today have all scored twice. Siefkin, Gable, and Norlinger.
Yeah, boy, that top of the order has been deadly for Southwest. For Norfolk, you want to get this out.
That's a bit low. Taya Frederick still looking for that first strikeout. It's 9-on-9 battle. That pitch low. We'll do it again, 2-2. I was saying, though, the dark, the maroon and the dark, the forest green, it looks pretty similar in this.
I can see that.
Hit well toward left field. Coatman back toward the fence. That ball is caught. Runner tags, and another runner comes across. Peyton Yoder scores for Lincoln Southwest, but nice catch by Brooklyn Brands. And now nobody on base for the Silverhawks, but both players that were come home.
Well, again, that's just good execution. Coatman in the 9-hole. The 8 and 9-hole hitters, Murphy and Coatman, both do their job. They fly out with runners at third both times. That scores runs, and that's just quality execution by this Silverhawk squad.
So here comes Taylor Siefkin. Sent a deep ball back to dead center for the first run of the game, a solo shot, and then came back with a double off the fence. Fouls this one back toward the netting. It did come like a hitter. Get her in the back.
Yeah, you gotta be careful even when you foul off a pitch here. The net's pretty high. It hit the top of that net and came back and hit Siefkin in the shoulder, but she's fine.
Someone tell Taylor we're not only playing softball, we're playing dodgeball too. 9-0 lead for the Silverhawks. Bases clear. 2 outs, top of the third. Taya Frederick delivers low. Ball 2. Here's another look at that. See if we can show you the replay. That was the last pitch. We'll get it to you in a second. Good movement on that pitch. And flies into the stands. 2-2. It's been everything that you wanted if you're Lincoln Southwest and then some. Oh, yeah, here's the play off the net. Watch. Oh, came back and got her
Just
right in the back.
That's no fun.
Siefkin watches this outside. Full count.
I think if you're Taylor Siefkin, you're figuring I got them right where I want them now. They're going to have it's full count. You're going to have a pitch over the plate.
Who can win the battle between Frederick and Siefkin this time? It's low, and Siefkin will head over to first. So she is now 2 for 2 today with a walk. As Morgan Gable returns to the batter's box, 2 singles. She scored twice in the first and second.
As we mentioned, the top of this order, top 3 batters have done so much damage. 2 outs for Norfolk. You definitely don't want Southwest to score a couple more runs, because then I think a couple innings if you're down. I think it's 5th inning, right? 5th inning, the 10-run rule, I believe.
At 10 after 5, the NSAA softball. Well hit over to third, and the catch is made. Good reaction. Easton Schroeder makes the catch to end the inning. Lincoln Southwest tacks on 2 more runs in the top of the third as they extend the lead 9-0. We go to the bottom of the third, and the hometown Panthers will have a chance to crack at that scoreboard right here on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
And we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
You're proud of the community you live in. Taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Nine 9-0 lead for Lincoln Southwest. The Silverhawks have scored at least 2 runs in each inning, scored 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. So that number is going down.
Starting to go down. That's
the Norfolk defense.
Good news for Norfolk.
Panthers still trying to tack on their first run of the game.
Okay, and this is the obviously first game of the year. We're all excited. It's fall sports season starting up. We keep looking back at last year. Lincoln Southwest team was, as we mentioned, 36-4. And in a lot of years, they would have probably won the state championship. Last year, there was a team called Gretna that was ridiculously good. They were 38-0 last year. They had 23 games where they shut out their opponent and 9 others where they only gave up 1 run. That was a great team last season out of Gretna.
And that was the semifinal loss for Lincoln Southwest. Who was the other team they lost to, Lou?
That Lincoln Southwest lost to?
Yeah.
They lost in the regular season. They lost to Pius, Millard North, and Millard West.
Let's go with the in the tournament, state tournament. You know the other team they lost to?
Was it Millard North?
It was.
Yeah, Millard
You know
North.
what 2 teams were in the championship?
Millard North and Gretna.
That's correct. The 2 teams that Silverhawks were not able to defeat were the 2 teams that made it to the championship. Gretna, like you said, a perfect season, bringing home the hardware. And before this year, Sports Illustrated actually said Lincoln Southwest, the number 2 team in Class A.
I believe it. This team looks the part. Yeah,
2-2 count.
Sorry, Caitlin. Norfolk last year was, I believe it was 26 and 13, I believe, made the state tournament.
Now, they made the state tournament back-to-back seasons for just the second time ever. Oh, that pitch was close. 3-2 for Taya Frederick with her first opportunity in the batter's box. Facing Macy McCarty.
Yeah.
Pitch hit right back toward McCarty. She makes the play, throws over to first in time for the outs. And we'll go back to the top of the order for the Panthers. Jenna Allen makes her way back up.
You mentioned Gretna and their run at the state tournament only gave up 4 runs. All 4 of them in that state tournament were Norfolk. Norfolk scored 4 runs against Gretna. Granted, they lost 13-4, but they were the only team that could get to that Gretna pitching staff.
That is impressive. It's a good stat, Lou. Allen makes her way back to the batter's box. And obviously the big change for Norfolk this year is the loss of Derek Siegschlag. He stepped down at the end of last season, but gives an opportunity for a new young head coach to step in, and that's Sydney Watson. And she's got a heck of a resume, especially at the college level. Was, as a senior, she was the MIAA first team pitcher. Statistically, finished as a top 5 pitcher in Missouri Western history propelled by a huge senior season. She went 21-10 just last year.
I got it. Nope. Hit the net. I had that one.
You would have bounced off your hands.
Or my face, one of the two.
One of the things that Watson wants to do, though, says do the little things right, have a lot of hustle. Defense has been good, but they're still working on hitting the ball. As this is popped up to center field, catch is made by Jacera Wilson. And that retires Allen 2 away in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, you mentioned Coach Siegschlag. He did a great job building this program.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned getting this program to the state tournament level. Did a great job. And certainly you're hoping now with a new coach you can even take it a step further, and certainly a coach like
Sydney Watson.
Watson, yeah.
She was Sydney Rader when she played under Siegschlag her junior and senior year. Got married this summer.
Yep. I had the wrong last name on there, but Coach
Well,
Watson.
Right, but not right anymore. You got to get that change. But yeah, it's just really cool to see the history they have together. But Siegschlag, 192 and 124 in his 8 seasons as head coach.
Yeah, that's.
And after his first 2 years, they were 17 and 20, and then 20 and 21. Since then, they were always over 500 by 10 games at least. So he did a heck of a job with this program, and a great opportunity for Watson. Is fouled off, Kenzie Zerby. Full count.
Coach Watson, as you mentioned, very young. And so, not a whole heck of a lot older than the players, but sometimes that's good for relatability when somebody that's just got out of college and can tell you what you need to do maybe to get to that point.
Exactly. Say, I played college softball just a year ago. Hit towards short. Norlinger throws over to first in time for the out. And that will end the bottom of the third inning. A 9-0 Lincoln Southwest lead over Norfolk. Here is another look over to Brenly Norlinger, who is a fantastic player. Continues to show it on the diamond today. 9-0 Silverhawks over the Panthers. You're watching NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by See the Trainer. Don't just see anyone, see the trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
First game of the doubleheader continues between the Panthers and the Silverhawks. And there is the first strike that Brenly Norlinger has seen today. The first called strike either way. So she's got a 1-1 count. She's walked twice and now has the opportunity to keep it going. She flies out to foul ground, and the catch is made. Brenly Norlinger is retired. Fantastic play made by Bryn Peterson.
That's exactly what you want to start the inning here for Norfolk. Get that first out. Always big to get that first runner out, or batter rather, out and not allow a runner.
Here's bat on ball from McCarty toward right field. That catch is made. Kennedy Novacek. She's been pretty busy out there in right field. She makes the catch, and that's 2 quick outs for the Panther defense.
And quick outs. Southwest had been very patient the first few innings. They're really kind of free swinging here in this inning, and so 2 up, 2 down for the Silverhawks.
Well, here's what you really want to do if you're the Panther defense. Don't allow the Silverhawks to extend the inning. You've got those early 2 outs. Taya Frederick's been doing a pretty good job at that. But sometimes these Silverhawks have lingered. We've seen that a few times already today.
And a batter here, Wilson. She's been quiet here in this ballgame. One of the few batters who has been.
Swing and a miss here. A 1-1 count. Jacera Wilson struck out swinging in the first, and then a fielder's choice in the second. Looking to reach base her first time today. That's low. 2-1. Since 2020, the Panthers and the Silverhawks have played 15 times, and Lincoln Southwest leads 12-3. They've won 8 straight over the Panthers. There was a nice time between 2020 and 2022 where they split the series each year. It was a lot of fun. Competitive matchup. Fouled off. Wilson stays alive on a 2-2 count.
Last pitch, not the one that we just saw, but the one before that, it looked like Frederick took a little bit off because Wilson was way out in front of it. How effectively can you change speeds and keep these Southwest batters off balance? Might be a big in this series.
Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Wilson. The first K, Taya Frederick picks it up and ends the inning, keeps that lead at 9-0. They trail, but the Panthers will bring the bats back up in the bottom of the 4th. Coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Fourth inning today brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. A 9-0 lead for Lincoln Southwest on the road today in Norfolk, playing the Panthers. Bottom of the 4th inning. Panthers were happy to get a 1-2-3 inning defensively in the top of the 4th, and we'll see if they can tack on any runs and break that scoreboard open.
Yeah, you'd love to see that if you're Norfolk, even if you don't end up winning this game. You'd like to see them come back and make a ball game of this one.
Macy McCarty, she's seen her pitch count increase slightly throughout the first 3 innings. She threw 10, then 12, then 16. You want to keep getting that number a little bit higher if you're the Panther Bats and Brooklyn Brands.
You know, plate discipline's a big deal, especially with good pitchers, because they'll, you know, if you're too free swinging, they're going to throw you pitches they want to throw, and end up hitting into ground balls or popping up.
Brands, a nice solid contact right field, and the catch is made near foul ground. Great play defensively, especially setting up for Macy Coatman, who makes the catch.
That's the thing about a game like softball or baseball. You get, sometimes you saw the blue pit that scored 3 runs for Southwest. You get a really well hit ball that ends up being tracked down for the out. It's just it's a crazy game sometimes.
We've seen the Panthers, they haven't struck out a lot today. They've had some well hit balls, but sometimes you have a well hit ball that's hit right at a very good defensive player.
Yeah, that's been the case so far for the Panthers. Any hard hit ball has been either tracked down or hit right at the defender.
Peterson hits toward third, throw over to first in time for the out. A nice play made by Yoder to Yet, and 2 away in the bottom of the 4th.
Yoder to Yet.
Yoder to Yet.
There's the play earlier in the game.
Easton Schroeder. Pitch from McCarty, finds the zone, strike 1. First of 2, a season-opening doubleheader. Mitch Onutka said he didn't really know what to expect from his Silverhawk defense today with all the new faces. The infield hasn't had a lot of experience, but they're playing like an experienced bunch in this first game.
Yeah, you would not know that if you stepped into this.
Well hit toward left center, and that catch is made. Schroeder had a nice bat on ball, but a better catch made by Leighton Murphy. Turned the glove into a bit of a basket to snag it and to take the 9-0 lead into the top of the 5th inning. Lincoln Southwest on top over Norfolk. This is News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
6, 7, 8 is Yet, Yoder, and Murphy. First pitch from Taya Frederick just misses the zone. Ashley Yet is 2 for 2 today. Homered in the first, a 3-run shot, and then singled in the 3rd.
Yet, Yoder, and Murphy, that sounds like a law firm.
Or it sounds like a musical trio.
Yeah, I like that.
2-0 count for Yet.
Maybe we can have them sing after the game.
You can ask that question. I'll stay over here.
I just might. I've been known to ask silly questions like that before.
Well hit towards center field. And camping out to make the catch is Starud.
Obviously important for Norfolk not to allow Southwest to score here, because then you're looking at a 10-run rule. And a big first out again. That's 2nd inning in a row now where you retire the first batter.
A lot of F's on the Lincoln Southwest offensive score sheet. They're not hitting the ball in the infield very often. They're taking it to the outfield nearly every time. Peyton Yoder. She's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the third.
We mentioned how good the top of the order has been. The bottom of the order has been pretty effective as well.
And you mentioned it, Lou. Now that run rule does come into effect. If they can score one more and manage to shut down the Panthers.
It's been a while since we've seen a home run.
3-0 count. That's low for ball 4. So after the leadoff out, a runner reaches for the Silverhawks. Our fifth inning today is thanks to RMV Construction in Kearney, building trust, quality, and communities across central Nebraska and beyond. RMV Construction, excellence in every detail. This fouled off toward the net for Leighton Murphy, who is 0 for 2 today, flew out to right field twice.
Yeah, Murphy, even though 0-2, had an RBI last inning, or 2 innings ago, actually, in the third inning, with the sacrifice fly.
And she had the sack that scored Ashley Yett. This hit towards short. Allen up with it, throws 2 and gets the out. They'll say that it was on the transfer.
Yep. That's the right call. Good job by the umpire out there.
So Allen to Zerby for fielder's choice. Murphy reaches first. Oh boy, that net is there for a good reason. Macy Coatman fouls it right back toward us.
That wasn't
the hard thing, I was looking down and I looked back up. So, of course, it's like you're not expecting that.
If that net weren't there, I'd be doing the game alone while the paramedics took you out of here.
Didn't think we'd have jump scares in a softball game. Taya Frederick looking for her second strikeout. She's up 0-2 on Macy Coatman. That's low. Nor keeps it in front. That forces Murphy to stay at first. Pitch from Frederick, low. Nor's doing a really good job back at catcher. Fantastic work keeping the ball in front. Not allowing much to get by. She's just a freshman, Lou.
Yeah, she was. I was watching. It was her and Verbsky. Verbsky pitching to her, and I thought, is this girl even in high school? She looks so young. But obviously, you're right. She's done a fantastic job back there. That's a tough place to play as a senior, let alone a freshman.
Yeah, you start your first week of high school a week ago as a freshman, and you're starting on a Class A varsity team. It's always impressive. Well hit, but fouled off by Macy Coatman. Frederick pick up the final out of this inning.
If you're Coatman, you feel pretty good about that swing and straighten it out a little bit. But a hard hit ball there down that left field line.
Fouled off yet again. Good at bat from Coatman.
Well, sometimes you're only as good as how the lower half of your lineup is, and I think 1 through 9 they're pretty good. The Southwest team.
Swing and a miss, and the strikeout to end the fifth inning for the Panthers. Taya Frederick picks up her second K of the day, and the Silverhawks not able to score a run for the first time today. They are, I guess actually the second time, they are shut out back-to-back innings. And good job by this Panther defense to awaken and keep them quiet. Coming up at the bottom of the fifth inning, Norfolk will have another opportunity to put the bat on ball, score some runs. You're watching NCN.
At Faith Regional Health Services, we know that welcoming a baby is one of life's most meaningful moments. Our supportive, experienced team delivers more than babies. We deliver safe practices, education, and customized birth plans. Whether it's your first child or your fourth, you deserve expert care in a private space that feels calm, warm, and prepared. Faith Regional Health Services, expert hands for your exceptional beginning.
When you have the inventory.
NCN Sports is brought to you by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us at X at NCN Sports.
Nine 0 lead for the Silverhawks while the Panthers bring up their bats once more. An opportunity to finally crack that scoreboard. Kennedy, Novacek, Liberty, Nor, and Bryn Starud will be the next batters up for the Panthers. Caitlin Devin and Lucy Ifker joining you today from the beautiful Tahazuka Field. It is a gorgeous park that actually got redone with the addition back there. So now there's a new hitting facility here, as well as an umpire dressing room, changing rooms for both teams, and they just increased the space at Tahazuka. And there's a ton of people out here today on a nice, cool summer evening.
Yeah, I think we've seen it over the years, at least I have, the improvement of the facilities for athletics around here. Obviously the football field there was a great improvement, and now I like what they've done out here. It's just kind of a top-notch facility.
Way too early on the swing from Novacek, and she's down 0-2.
I think I've got to be a little encouraged if you're Norfolk. The last two innings, 7 Southwest batters and only one was able to, only one extra. So 7 batters, 6 outs and 7 batters. That's good against a fierce lineup. Now you've got to find a way to put the ball, get base runners.
Maisie McCarty about to throw the 50th pitch of the contest, which is not a lot. Through 4 innings, starting the 5th.
Yeah, you can live with 10, 11 pitches in an inning,
That's great. Panthers have had just under 10 pitches in an inning once today. Kennedy Novacek. This is her second at-bat. She flew out to center her last time up. Grounds this toward third, waits for the hop, delivers the throw, and a nice play over to Peyton Yoder, off of Ashley Yett, off the scoop of Peyton Yoder.
Yeah, Yoder does a good job on this. She doesn't get panicky, doesn't try to come in, allow that ball to bounce. It's coming to you, set your feet, make a good throw. That's an excellent play there by the third baseman. Sometimes players want to come in, end up making an off-balance throw. She was patient, fielded the ball, made a great throw, and got the out.
Well hit toward first, scooped up, and an easy play for Ashley Yett. Once she got down, all she had to do was tap the bag and 2 away.
Yeah, that's what you love if you're a first baseman, is one right at you. You just got to stop the ball and put your foot on first base.
Bryn Starud comes up to bat. She had a fielder's choice where she reached her last time up. Actually, she singled her last time up. No, she had the fielder's choice. My apologies. Nor had the single and then a fielder's choice to follow. So Starud here, opportunity to reach. She's down 0-1 and 2 outs in this inning. Hit toward Norlinger at short, throw over to first in time for the out. A quick 1-2-3 inning for the Silverhawk defense, and they keep the 9-0 lead. Panthers have yet to find a run. We head to the top of the 6th. Lincoln Southwest up big.
When you have the inventory people want and a team that understands what you need, there's one place to go. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill. Name brand ATVs, side-by-sides, and high-performance machines built for work, made for play. And the service doesn't stop at the sale. Big Red Motorsports delivers, literally. Free delivery with your purchase. It's all here in O'Neill. Big Red Motorsports.
It's not every day that you get to build a legacy, grow your operation, see the future in acres. So when you have the opportunity to purchase a piece of farm ground, we are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank's first loan over 130 years ago was for the purchase of farm ground, and we continue to provide Northeast Nebraska with competitive ag real estate financing. We're ready to help build your farming legacy. Let's get started today.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plan for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an ExactEmerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
NCN Sports is brought to you by RMV Construction in Kearney, excellence in every detail, and by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech. It's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
So the run rule is the result of the final game. That was the first game we just saw. Lincoln Southwest gets the win 9-0 over the Norfolk Panthers. Caitlin Devin and Lou Seifert joining you here today. A dominant performance by the Silverhawks. They started from the second pitch of the game, and they did not let up.
Yeah, starts the ball game off with a home run from Seifkin, and then later in the inning, a 3-run homer by Ashley Yett, and kind of that was, it's tough to come back from that right off the first inning. But Norfolk did a good job to slow Southwest down later. It was 7-0 after 3, but they only able to get, after 2, only able to get 2 more runs the next 4 innings. So Norfolk did a better job, but Southwest did exactly what you want to do here, especially against a team that you've kind of dominated lately, is jump on them early and kind of give them a little bit of that doubt going forward.
Shout out to Connor and Paul in the truck for our broadcast today. Keeping track of the score bug there. You get all the stats updated. That's amazing.
That's
a new
cool
addition this year to NCN, being able to see all of that. And what kind of surprising, you look at the 7 hits from Lincoln Southwest, 2 just 1 for Norfolk, but that is correct. Just 1 hit for Liberty North. That was it. But they had lots of hard hit balls.
Yeah, and that's something to start with, too, is that you did make good contact. And we talked about it. Sometimes it's just a crazy game. Sometimes hit the ball hard and you hit it at people, or they make the play. That happens sometimes. And against a team like Lincoln Southwest, you've got to find ways to string hits together. Easier said than done, but there's a reason that Lincoln Southwest is one of the best teams in the state. We saw it. I don't know that maybe not as experienced as they've been in the past, but certainly look as talented at least in the first game here of the year.
So that wraps up game one. We will get to our top plays here in just a moment. A 9-0 victory for Lincoln Southwest over Norfolk right before game two. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Ann, and I'm the mother-in-law.
I'm Courtney, and I'm the daughter-in-law.
And we've been going to Faith Regional our entire lives. The treatment I've received here at Faith Regional is exceptional. They go above and beyond.
I'm definitely planning on having all of my future children at Faith. It's where I felt safe and secure, and I knew my baby was getting the best care possible as well as myself, and I want to continue that.
NCN Sports is brought to you by See the Trainer. Don't just see anyone, see the trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte. And by Heritage at Fountain Point in Norfolk. Living better.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com. Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Ready for top plays here in Norfolk, Nebraska at beautiful Tahazuka Park. The first game of the fall season. A 9-0 victory for Lincoln Southwest over Norfolk. Kaylin Debin and Lou Siefker joining you today. Thanks for hanging out with us, and let's get you to our top plays. Brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank. There is a difference. Let's check it out. So the first game of the season, no losses, no wins for either side. But Taylor Siefkin had something to say about the scoreboard and takes a solo shot dead center to take a 1-0 lead for Lincoln Southwest. Scoring would not stop this inning. They kept it going. In fact, it was a 3-run bomb from Ashley Yett over the left field fence to increase the lead to 4-0. How about the start from the Silverhawks?
Yeah, that's how you want to start a game. Coming on the road, first game of the year. Get off to a rousing start in that first inning.
The run from Yett, able to score Gable and Norlinger as well. Now here's a nice play over to second to first to just pull off the bag. It was a nice scoop there, but not able to make the throw in time. The Panther offense. Now here's a throw over to first to end the inning. A nice double play for Lincoln Southwest. 4-0 lead for the Silverhawks, and they keep firing. Taylor Siefkin again, this time hits a double off the top of the fence, and she started off the top of the second inning with another big bat. 4-0 is the lead. And here was a bit of an interesting play. A pop single from Maisie McCarty toward right field. It just drops in front of the right fielder for a single, and 3 runs come across. You get Taylor Siefkin, Morgan Gable, and Brenly Norlinger to jump open the game to 7-0. Now another big bat and almost an incredible play at short by Norfolk's Jenna Allen. Nearly had a spectacular grab. Catches made here, 7-0, top of the third inning, but runs continue to score for Lincoln Southwest. That was a sac fly from Leighton Murphy, brought in Ashley Yett, and then Macy Coatman would fly out to left field, bringing in Peyton Yoder to increase the lead to 8-0, and then the final score, 9-0 right there. And that wraps up our first matchup of the season, first game on the fall sports calendar. Again, take a look at the final scoreboard. 9-0, 7 hits for the Silverhawks, 1 for the Panthers, and 1 error today by Lincoln Southwest. One that happened in the first inning. They would not make another.
Yeah, they were impressive. Great way to start the season. They got another game here coming up in a few minutes. Norfolk Panthers have a chance maybe to even this doubleheader with a victory. But Lincoln Southwest certainly looks the part again this year.
Well, stay with us on News Channel Nebraska, because 1 game down, 1 to go. We'll have the second of our doubleheader between the Panthers and the Silverhawks coming up next on NCN.
We're here at Faith Regional, and I'm getting ready to talk about a well woman visit. Let's learn more about that service.